Welcome officially now to our Spotlight speaker session with Miethke here today from the
Hello.
Netherlands. Hi.
Thank you very kindly for your invitation, Sarah.
I'm super excited to have you here. You are a freelance interpreter and have been with since, I don't know, 40, 30 years
I
with German
started
and
in
Dutch.
I started in 1990, the 1st of January,
Yeah,
and I
yeah, yeah,
didn't
yeah.
stop.
The 1st of January, that's really specific.
Yeah, I jumped into the deep.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, and you're here today to share us about your experience. Tell us about yourself, and you have a very interesting topic as well. I think it emerged during the during the pandemic. I want to say, but then I
Yeah.
didn't want to say it. But it because of all the online life suddenly emerging, and you found a way to, I think, integrate everything we learn online into everyday life. Yeah.
Yes, I
Tell us
try
about
to.
it. Yeah.
There's so many webinars, were so many webinars, new groups, and conference interpreters, interpreter trainers who offered these, and we got really a raft of information and new techniques, and it was after when the pandemic began, then all the interpreters worldwide were looking how can we still work, because a lot of conferences and meetings were cancelled. So they were looking how can we do this online, and that's they created different groups, and I became part of these groups and learned a lot of stuff. It was like a new study as interpreter. So and then to work online.
Yeah, absolutely. I understand. Yeah. Yeah, and what have you brought us
Okay,
today?
I have for our listeners and people who are watching this video, I have two presentations. Um, and the first one is who is Michael Miethke? And it's a sort of curriculum, because I'm now in the, let's say, the final phase of my professional life, because I already work more than 30 years in this profession. And the second is about how can I integrate all the new information in my daily schedule, working, studying, and still living, not only doing the stuff to earn money. So
Absolutely, yeah, very
um,
important. Yeah,
the problem I had with my curriculum was I'm a freelancer, and with every assignment, this curriculum became larger, 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 a lot of words. No one would ever read it. So I thought, how can I visualize this information, so that let's say a interpreting agency or a direct client has in a few slides everything what he needs. So I experimented with PowerPoint, and I wanted to show you this curriculum, and I hope you can maybe learn something for yourself, and can
absolutely. Show us,
integrate, because
yes.
this is problem with interpreters. uh, we are not people who are working for a company.
Absolutely, yeah.
Let
Freelancers,
maybe
yes.
start with
And
this
hello,
one.
Kati. Kati is watching.
So
Hello.
so I hope you see it is now in a large picture, I hope.
Yes,
You
I
see,
can see it. Yes.
yes, you see myself, and I thought, how can I say that I'm a good interpreter? So I came with this sentence: qualified interpreters are like premium wines, the older the better.
I
So
can see
we,
also the next slide. Sorry, Michael. Is
oh,
it
you
the
can
right
also, oh, then I have to change the
the screen
picture.
probably? No? Yeah.
Yes, one moment. Up.
Mhm.
We have to change this one. I have to stop it. Yeah, that's the technique always.
Oh, good. Yes.
I have to
PowerPoint and
leave this
screen
one,
sharing.
and then I go to the
If
Windows
anybody watching wants to also
screen.
comment, I try to keep an eye on the comments on the
That's
live
good.
streaming on Facebook. So feel free to comment anything or ask questions or join
So,
us in the Zoom room.
so I change uh, the screens. I hope it. it works like this. So I start the screen sharing again.
Yes.
So that's this one. Okay. Didn't work. Sorry.
Yes, you know, it works. I see it
Oh, it
now in
works. Okay,
full
you see it
screen
now.
and not the
Okay.
viewer, not the speaker's view. Yes.
So I've some
Perfect.
different stuff which happens here, but
Uh,
maybe I can fix this.
so my
Oh,
end, it
yeah.
seems to be
Now,
the
now
right
I
view
now
now.
I have the screen I want to have.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So this was the idea to say qualified interpreters are like premium wine. The older the better. Meaning, we are permanently educating ourselves, studying, growing. So one sentence to make this understandable for clients and agencies. The
Yes.
picture you see is a younger version of myself, but a picture is not that important. But because the most important instrument an interpreter has is his voice or her voice. So doesn't mind if you choose a picture which is the younger version of yourself.
Yeah.
The second
So,
thing people always want to know is which languages do you offer? I was raised bilingually in German and Dutch. My father is German, my mother is Dutch. So I do the simultaneous interpreting between these two languages, and my B languages are French and English. That means I interpret from French or from English into Dutch or into German. And I also speak, or don't speak Spanish, but understand Spanish, read Spanish, can speak a little bit, but it's not enough to use as interpreting language, as working language. What is also important, people have to know that I'm a simultaneous and consecutive interpreter, and that I work in the booth, that means on-site and online. And on-site is also maybe when you have a tour in a company or something like that. So this is
absolutely.
the working. And the nice thing as freelancer is when you work with linguistics is you not only are an interpreter, but you do in the in after several times you're asked to do other stuff. So firstly I was a technical translator, then I did more and more conference work, and nowadays I don't do any translation work. Um,
So you
then
can be
I'm
selective. Yeah, that's great.
Yes, that's very good. Yeah. Then
And hello, by the way, to Rania and Vera. They just joined. Woohoo!
hello.
To the Zoom room.
That's nice to see you. What we always learned the last years is subtitling, captioning. Um, I was also a language lecturer at the university here in Maastricht, where I studied for translator and interpreter, and I did this for about 2.5 years. And then I have also did a study at the drama school here in Maastricht for about 3 years, part-time. And that's why I can also work as voiceover and as dubbing artist. When there's a film, a video of a company, then I can lend my voice for their video. To show the people that I'm a professional, it's very important to show them that you are part of an interpreters or translators association. In my case, it's the Dutch Association of Translators and Interpreters, the NGTV, the Nederlandse Genootschap van Tolken en Vertalers. And I fulfill also a function in this organization. I'm one of two organizers of the interpreters section of this national organization. And then I'm also member of Tech for Words. This is a very important organization which was founded in the beginning of the Corona pandemic. And they offer a lot of webinars where you can learn every aspect of interpreting and devices and so on. Very, very useful.
Absolutely, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And now I've also some other stuff. I work with a device. It's called Remarkable. It's a paper tablet. It's my permanent companion, and I gave a presentation about it.
Remarkable. Yes, you gave a
Yes,
presentation
and I
here in
did.
the Interpreters
y-
Practice Group, and it's also
Yes, I
available
did.
now on YouTube. So
Oh,
if
that's
you
very
search
good.
me
Very
on
good.
YouTube, Sarah Thiemann, and you find my channel, there is Michael's presentation on
Yes.
Remarkable.
And afterwards, I did another one for Tech for Word, which is shorter, 20 minutes, and more visualized and so on with small videos. So if you'd like to see it, you have to become a member of Tech Forward. This is a page, I don't think people will really read it. It's my what I learned, my whole study journey. The most important thing what people will see is, I will enlarge it, that I lived in Germany, in France, let's say in the Netherlands, and I stayed for a certain time in Spain and Belgium, and I did a lot of studies. My first study was a PhD study for chemistry, and then I changed after a few years to the languages.
Do you have
And
a
lot.
PhD in chemistry?
No. It was a study
Okay,
to
okay,
get a
okay, yeah,
PhD.
okay,
I
okay,
studied
okay.
about 5 years, and then I wasn't very good in the practical stuff. The
Mm-mm.
theory was no problem, but I wasn't not really a good chemist in the laboratory, so that's why I changed. Um,
But again, great mindset that you made the transition from chemistry. It
yes,
was a PhD studying 5 years, and then you dropped
yeah,
out, if I may say, or
yeah. You can say I dropped out.
and so instead of being
Then I started
devastated and
on.
saying my life is over, you changed and made a
No,
career in languages. This is
no.
a great mindset.
The nice
Great
thing is you
mindset.
never
Yeah.
lose the stuff you learned. It's like the language you
Mm.
learned, then you lose it a little bit when you don't exercise it, but you're very quickly back on the level you had, and then you go on. And this is with all the studies I did the same. You don't lose the information and the skills you learned there.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's really like I'm really amazed that you were not devastated at all or
Mm,
anything. Sorry, like you don't
yeah,
want to
I really
or
wanted to be.
suggest it or anything.
No, but I
Just
really wanted to
yeah,
become a biochemist.
yeah.
But okay, it wasn't the right study for me, so I changed, and um, it helped me afterwards when I became translator and interpreter, because
Yeah, absolutely.
I know
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
scientific sciences and so
Yeah.
on.
You know, I'm just asking because I had actually started studying human medicine and I had
Okay,
dropped out
yes, the
and I
same.
was
Yeah,
devastated. I was like, oh, I dropped
yeah,
out. I,
yeah. I
I
was
dropped
also
out because I didn't want to become a doctor, I realized.
yeah, yeah,
But I
yeah,
felt
yeah,
so like a failure and I had to pick
yeah.
myself up. But same thing now, medical is my specialty field in interpreting.
Yeah, yeah,
So
no,
yeah.
I was also a little
Uh-huh.
bit
Yeah, yeah,
devastated.
yeah,
That's normally because it's the first study you
yeah,
want to do. Okay, then I have a slide.
absolutely.
People want to know what did you do, and I had so many different subjects to interpret and to translate. So I thought, okay, make the main things. Where did I work? So these are some examples. Automotive industry meetings. We have a lot of European Work Council meetings, but also board meetings with really the important persons in the room. Conferences, international conferences, press conferences, and what I really like are the guided tours. I had the chance to go to be part of a trade mission in the north of France. It was about potatoes. Very, very interesting. And the other things are factory tours, city tours, and then you work with a mobile device so you can interpret while the people are walking around. So there's a very nice experience. But these are only the places where I work, let's say, or the branches. And I thought, okay, but people want to know uh, which which subjects did I do. So I did this stuff here. Um, No, one moment.
Mhm.
No, that's too far. Back. I want to enlarge it. So, what I
Mhm.
said, okay, automotive industry, what did I do in the automotive industry about industrial robots, material science, welding pliers, automation, fasteners, laser cutting, industrial drills. So people get more, and people who working in these branches know, okay, he's capable to work with, or to interpret with robots and so on. The same for the conferences, international conferences with ministers. Okay, this level, video conferencing, uh, international conferences about economics, even a Christian symposium. I'm atheist, but doesn't mind. We work in every setting. Then in the courts, another one, other industries. I did a lot for cargo buys, but also in the agro-technology, the food industry, waste management. Uh, then the social
Yeah, all
stuff,
sorts. Hmm.
doctors, and so on, and so on, and so on. So this was to show in one picture. People won't read it, but in one picture they see, okay, this
Hmm.
man has done a lot of stuff. He's very capable of doing it. This was my main idea. Uh,
Yes, yeah. And do you
and
have this also somewhere on your website or anything? Because you say people won't read it, or is it part of your of
now
something
this
like yeah,
I use this to send to people as a PowerPoint presentation. On my website, I have other stuff, but
yeah.
this is
Also,
also
you
a
send
step.
this to potential clients
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
present yourself, or
Yeah,
oh, look,
precisely.
guys,
Because they can
interesting.
go
Hmm.
through the slides. They don't have to
Yeah.
read it, but they see the pictures, talk for
Hmm.
themselves. And if someone wants to see, have more detailed information, they will read. And other people, they only see, okay, experience, it is working is this stuff. He has this
Yeah.
studies. That's all.
Hmm.
And then I have a slide with additional services and consulting,
Hmm.
because I realized a lot of agencies really don't do their work. So I learned that I can do the consulting myself. The consulting, no, but it's really
Yeah.
when you have a direct client, they see that you are capable to do it, and
Hmm.
then you can.
Absolutely.
Not for very large conferences, but and meetings, but for small ones, it's okay. So I can ask colleagues and form a team of interpreters. I can help the client to prepare a conference or a meeting. What's very important is the audio consulting. Everyone knows about tinnitus. Uh, uh,
Hmm.
so I want to protect my colleagues and myself. So I have to tell the client, okay, you have to use a headphone. You have to do this stuff. The Wi-Fi must be good, and so on.
So do you
Uh,
call yourself like in Germany we would say like organizing interpreter or something because you
organizing interpreter, consulting
mhm,
interpreter. Yes,
yeah, because you organize teams of interpreters as
yes,
well and the booth
yes, that's right.
technology, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
And I don't do big stuff, smaller stuff. Let's say with 5, 6, 7 colleagues. But yeah, that's what you learn to do when you work quite long in the job, and you start to become an entrepreneurial interpreter. And
Hmm.
what I also can do, and I'm very lucky here in Maastricht in the Netherlands where I live, there's a company uh, uh, where I can rent all the conference equipment, the video screens, the interpreting booth, and this small Sennheiser tour guide system, which I use when I have a factory tour and so on. So it's very, very nice. And when you come to a client with this small device, they say, okay, this person must be professional. They're very impressed by what you have. Um, I think it's
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Hmm.
and that's what I wanted to show is also a small video when with me interpreting to get a small impression of the work we do. So I have to stop this one.
Oh, you interpreted the interpreting summit, innovation summit,
No, and another
or
one. I will show you one moment.
mhm.
Um, I
And by
have
the way,
to.
Michael, we already have 2 p.m. Michael allowed me to interrupt him. We will
Yeah, precise.
we will pay
Very good,
attention
very
to
good.
sticking to the full hour only,
Okay.
not running over too much. And hi, Simone, also.
Hello,
You
Simone.
joined as
Nice that
well.
you're here. Okay,
And
I
we
would.
have also Gidre watching. Kati and Gidre.
Ah,
Hi on
hello.
Facebook.
I will show you a very short 1 minute video, what I did.
Yeah, you share the screen and share sound as well, right? You know that, right?
Oh, sorry. That's
It's
again.
the wrong screen. See you still leaning
Uh,
back, nicely watching.
no, that's the problem with when you have several screens.
Yeah. Hi, Simone. Hello.
Let's see, what do I have to do?
Hmm.
This one. Oh, yeah, I have to share the
Oh, I didn't hear you. If
screen.
you want, if I think you said hi, but
Let me say
no.
this is
Is it this one?
Ah,
Hi.
yes,
Ah,
okay, yes,
yeah.
yeah. Hi.
Just the
Hello,
wrong
Simone.
microphone active, I think.
Hmm. Great.
So I think that's it.
Okay, but now we can not
En nu
hear.
was het eigenlijk de
Ah, now we can hear.
Und jetzt ist eigentlich der Sinn, dass Rosaline Israel das machen würde, von der Skriba von der protestantischen Kirche Amsterdam. Aber sie ist leider krank. Sie kann
So Michael is
leider
speaking
hier
German.
nicht physisch hier sein. Aber mit der neuen Technik ist vieles möglich. Also ihr hat ihre Geschichte auf einem Video hier zugeschickt. Wir bekommen eine Videobotschaft von ihr. Das werden wir jetzt kurz einbauen. Achso, und es gibt noch eine Ersatzperson, wenn ich mich nicht täusche. Ist jemand hier? Ja, da ist jemand hier. Kann ich Sie bitte nach vorne kommen, neben mir Platz zu nehmen und dann können wir danach.
So.
Okay, yes. So that
Yeah,
was Dutch German, right? Or
yes, it was German
German, but I didn't
and
hear the
Dutch.
background. Yeah, okay, yeah.
One moment, I have to stop the video.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I think Simone speaks German too. You're in Austria, right,
Yeah, it's true.
Simone? Yeah. Yeah. And Vera, Michael was speaking German.
Yeah, it's true.
Vera's from Guadeloupe.
Oh yeah, Vera, yeah, we saw you last
Mm.
time.
Yeah.
Okay, this was a presentation.
Yeah, very nice and smooth. So you have this sample on your website actually, or for clients to have a listen to, or is it also something you send around if to new
Yeah,
clients?
at the
Or
moment I send it around because
that's a
then
good idea.
that's really only the person who want to have my service.
Okay. Yeah.
But maybe I will put it on the on the
Yeah, I've seen
on
this
the
before.
website
Also,
itself.
in other colleagues' websites. I think it's a really good idea to have a sample of your interpreting on your website. Yeah.
Yeah, I got the idea
This one
when
was really good.
I got the idea when I worked with a professional speaker, or several professional speakers, and they put their recordings on the website so everyone can
Yeah.
hear how they speak. So
Yeah.
that's a nice
Yeah,
stuff.
no, good idea. Yeah.
Mm. So this was the first part. Who's Michael Miethke and what is he doing?
Yeah,
So
congratulations.
if you have any questions, and don't be frustrated because this is from 34 years of work. So a lot of stuff you collect in this time. So
Comes
when you're
over time.
starting
Yeah.
or you're a student, don't be
So out of
afraid.
curiosity, actually, yeah, thank you. Absolutely, yeah. Just so after chemistry, did you then go and probably I didn't pick it up, it was me, but did you then go and study actually interpreting, or did you do it
No.
learning by doing? Wow.
First I thought, what can I do? So I was thinking, okay, French, I did a lot at school, but it was very bad. So I switched to Roman languages and literature and German language and literature.
Okay, yeah.
And I did Italian and French. Was
But not as yeah. And then the
not
actual
as
training
translator,
as an
no.
interpreter, yeah.
No, we had to go to a French or Italian speaking country. It was part of the our curriculum for the study.
Mhm.
So I went a year to Paris, started as au pair, then worked later as a night auditor in hotels. And there I really learned to speak French fluently. And when during this year, I thought, what can I do? I don't want to become a teacher because this was a study in Germany.
Mhm.
And then someone told me, well, why don't you study interpreting? Because you
Ah.
speak Dutch, you speak German, you
Mhm.
speak fluent French. So I thought, okay. And then I was looking around Germany, France, or the country of my mother, back to the roots, the
Mhm.
Netherlands. And Maastricht was a place which I
Ah, I
chose.
see.
And there
Okay.
I
Yeah.
studied for the first time really for translator and interpreter. So it's always, we don't have this direct
Yeah,
way of
absolutely.
doing.
Yeah.
Most interpreters, yeah, there's interpreters who do the study from when they're young, but a lot of interpreters did something else. So both ways are okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Very interesting. Super. Thank you for sharing, Michael. Yeah, any questions before Michael goes over to his second part?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Simone.
Simone, please. Yeah.
Yeah, just one question. Thank you for this interesting presentation, first of all. And yeah, regarding these examples of your interpreting, your performance, do you get clients' permission for that? How do you ask clients that you can publish it? Because I'm wondering, so sometimes we interpret also in fields that are high confidential, and this is rather difficult for someone maybe who's not interpreting at a public event, but even there, all permissions, etc.
Yeah, it's a question you have to solve before you start doing it. You have to ask the client, is there something which is confidential? And yeah, then it's okay. I wouldn't publish it for myself. What I can do is let's say when I put it in my curriculum, when I say laser technology, you don't know which company, you don't know if it's what kind of laser. So it's a broader term that I can use, but I couldn't say enterprise XIZ if they say
Yeah.
no, we don't
Mhm.
want to be
But in
published.
your case, sorry to interrupt, do you have a form that you fill out with the client, or how do you do it in practical to say to the client, hey, I want to
No,
use
it's only in wording. Of course, I ask the client, and it happens during a meeting, let's say for a multinational, that suddenly the CEO or the CFO, the chief financial officer, and so on, says the following thing we're talking about. This is confidential. This doesn't mustn't leave the room. So I raise my hand and say, sir or madam, do you want me to sign a confidential agreement? And the nice thing is they always say, no, Michael or Mr. Miethke, we know you very, very well, so it's not necessary. And I say, yes, but I can become a madman. I can have an accident, change character. So to be sure, I offer you this. Please think about it. And they still say, no, it's not necessary. But I would have no
But
problem
those are the
to
clients
find
that know
something.
you. Those are the clients that know
There's a
you
client
already.
that
Yeah.
who knows
I
me,
think,
yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe to Simone, I think what Michael also says, and like just ask your client, the one that you're in contact with, and also say that you only want 1 minute or 30 seconds, and you will choose a passage
Mm.
of the introduction or whatever, nothing where they take apart the confidential new device or whatever. So, I think it's like Michael said, it's like talk to the client, ask them. The worst thing is that say, "Oh, no, sorry, everything was absolutely confidential, not even 1 minute." And then you try the next one, yeah. But it's
Yeah,
really
and
like
what you also can do is
communication.
prepare yourself a small text with the stuff you think, okay, that must be on it, the date, the name, and what is confidential and so on, and then sign it. and let the client
Yeah.
sign it. So
And you can also, I mean, if you're really like worried about it, you can also use a speech from or for Terp Lounge,
yeah,
like a copyright-free speech, I want to say, and
that's
now
true.
advertising for Terp Lounge, which is a free
That's true.
tool, by the way. So, but record yourself interpreting like any speech at home and use this as a sample.
Yeah.
Also any speech that you know that you can use, like a
Mm.
public domain speech. And
That's
yeah,
good. Yeah. Thank you.
that's that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shall we go on with the second part?
Yes, yes,
Because this is
please.
what
Yeah,
people like to know. How do you
absolutely. Yeah,
combine it with your life, also
yeah.
studying? So
But yeah, did you like my transition to Terp Lounge? So so it's
so
still out
this
there,
one,
guys. Those that were not here at the beginning, and sorry for again for me missing the 2 hour. We're live 2 hours beforehand the email. But yeah, so Terp Lounge, the practice tool that John, the developer, and I developed, is still, of course, out there. We are still on it. It's still a prototype, but we are on it, and we need the community effort to produce speeches, copyright free. And yeah, but in return, like Lavinia suggested, Lavinia, thank you for your suggestion. Now I'm finally ready to to do it. I'm really happy to offer anybody who delivers a speech for our practice tool, terplounge.io, a free coaching session to help you to find clients, answer those kind of business questions or mindset questions, whatever have you to help you to get from stuck to unstuck in your business. Yeah, and to get Terp Lounge full of new speeches. That would be super great. Okay, so
okay.
that was
I
me
do the
again.
second.
Yes, now over to Michael. Out and
Yes.
over.
Let's hope it works now. What do you see now?
Now I see the speaker view again.
Oh, the
That
speaker
should,
version.
but before it was
Let's.
good. I don't know why. Before second
Yeah,
earlier, it was the right one.
you can
What did you
change
just?
the.
Yeah.
Was it? No, that's not the one.
Do you have two
Yes.
screens?
I have two screens, and
Then I
yesterday
think it's the other screen. I think
Mm.
that you want to share.
Oh yes, yeah, it could be. Maybe it's a problem. Yeah, the techniques. That's a problem.
Oh, good, all good. Get a drink, guys. It's always also for us interpreters, and I'm not a good example. My coffee cup is empty.
Do you now see it, or do you see
Yes,
it?
yeah. Now it's great.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Zoom is not always so
Yeah.
easy to do. So
There
what you
you
see
are.
here
Yeah.
is Michael learning, studying. You see the books, and what you also see, which is
Is there good weather in the Netherlands? Like
at the
warm
moment
and
we
summer?
have it's springtime, the sun is shining,
Yeah.
weather is good, a little bit cold still, but
Yeah.
it's good. What you see here, I hope you see the laser pointer. This is my
Yes.
favorite device, the Remarkable. I do all my exercises with it. I prepare my interpreting assignments with it. I put all the documents in it, and I use it when I'm on stage in the booth. And it's lightweight, and you can put an infinitive numbers of pages in it and put them into maps. It's really, really a very, very nice device. It's better than a normal tablet because it doesn't have a backlit screen, but it takes a reflection. It reflects the light, so you don't use a lot of, or you can work very long, 3-4 days in a row without changing the battery and so on. And they say 14 days, but maybe that's not good. This small book I have here is from André Gilles. It's about note-taking, and it's like a standard book for students to learn note-taking for interpreters. And I'm studying this at the moment. The next thing is a good interpreter must have a lot of digital books or printed books, dictionaries, encyclopedias, special books, grammar books. I work with a lot of visual dictionaries. Here's the visual dictionaries, basic and advanced vocabulary, that's glossary books, and grammar for learning, also in a way with a lot of pictures, not this dry way. Then next to
This is
in
really at
front,
your home, yeah?
this is
really
at my
okay,
home.
great.
This is the couch in
Authentic,
front of my
guys. Yeah.
television, and I have all these books very quickly next to me, so I can look up when I see, let's see, BBC or TV5 French and so on. I can look up words, but what I wanted to show you is I work with the radio. When I do the dishes, I put the French radio on, and it feeds my subconscious with French language constructions and so on. The
Passive
television
learning, yeah.
and a lot of books. And this is New Scientist. This is a British scientific weekly magazine about the newest development on science. So read stuff what you like. When you like knitting, read about knitting. If you like Tour de France, read a lot of Tour de France and so on. Only read in the language you are learning, or you want to stay on the same level. Read the stuff, watch TV, listen to the radio, but also use audiobooks and let other people talk to you. Here is my tools and resources I use a lot. Audacity, that's a program I will show you in a moment, where you can have several tracks, recording tracks. And on one track you put the speaker, the second track is for yourself to record your own rendition, your interpreting, or when you want to work as a parrot, only you say the same things the speaker was saying, and then you can listen to your own recordings, and it's really, really helpful. Pardon. Then the Remarkable I was talking about, this device I like so much. And then what you see, I use the headset. Here's the Sennheiser. It's a very good one for interpreters. Then I have several glossary software, Interpret Bank, Boothmate, and I use them to create my glossaries for an assignment, but also to work with flashcards to learn very quickly new vocabulary. DeepL Pro is my my software to translate very quickly when I have an assignment with a lot of speeches, and I want to know what's about. Then I use DeepL, but I use it also to check the glossaries, because the nice thing with Interpret Bank is you have one column, let's say for German, and then you have AI possibility, and you have, let's say, a French and an English column, but they are empty, and you give the you use the AI functionality, and it fills the French and the English column with translation from these German words. Then I have to check it, and I do it with DeepL Pro, or with other dictionaries I use, digital and printed dictionaries. Wikipedia is my main source for information when I work for a company, or have to know what can I do with what does machine do, what does the material do, the services. So I get a lot of information, because Wikipedia is now grown up. In my time when it started, they said, oh, it's not good, but now it has a quality which is really trustworthy. YouTube is also a source for background information. When I have a speaker and I don't get his speech, or I want to know how does he speak, and there are recordings on YouTube, and I listen to the speaker, and I know his typical characteristics of his way to pronounce things and so on. So you can already get familiar with the speaker. A very important stuff is screenshot. On a Windows computer, it's the Windows key, and then the print key, or in German is a Druck. And these two keys I use a lot when I have a webinar and I want to have a screenshot of the slide. Very, very useful. I work with
Oh,
Windows
interesting.
Office 365, and I read a lot of the blogs from other interpreters and interpreter trainers, and also have a lot of other stuff which I use. And I do it when I have my spare time. Then I work with this stuff to learn.
Yeah, thank you. So let me just interrupt because I
Yep.
wanted to say the same thing that Simone just wrote into the chat. Thanks, Simone. The snipping tool is now available on Windows 10 or 11 for
Okay.
the screenshot,
Yeah.
to make a screenshot. And then you can also portion the section you want to
Yeah,
take a
precisely.
screenshot of.
It doesn't mind
Yeah.
which program you use, but to make a picture of what you really find interesting and which you need to work with. So because otherwise you see a webinar, then it's gone. So you have to have always a recording and to see it when you have time afterwards. And then I have two. I want to show you the Audacity. Audacity is free. Here's a screen of Audacity. And on the left side, you see one of my favorite interpreter trainers and also conference interpreter. That's Sophie Llewellyn-Smith from the interpreting coach. And you see her, and she's recording a speech. So I use this side of her, and I record myself on one track her speech. And then in a second go, you have the same, but I added a second track, like a music track for instruments and so on. And the first you see the speech of Sophie, and the second is my own rendition. It can be interpreting, but it can also, I only follow her in English, that I repeat what she's saying, I record it, and then afterwards I can listen to it, can analyze my rendition if which mistakes I made.
But when you save it like this with the
Yes.
two tracks,
Mm-hmm.
how does it, when you then press play, which one does it play? Doesn't it play both?
No, it's that's a nice thing. It plays both, but yeah, I have to enlarge it maybe, then you see it better. Yeah, you see here maybe mute.
Wait, where?
Press here. Do you see the finger?
Where's the pointer? No, wait a second.
What's a pity. No, you don't see the pointer. But when you see here's a small thing, you
mute.
see
I see it, but I see it,
effect,
yeah.
and then you see mute and audio and solo.
Yes,
I
I see
click
it
on
now.
mute, and then
Oh,
I
okay.
don't hear Sophie's voice, but I can do both together. So you can really play with it, and it's really useful to work with this
Oh, that's
free
good. I've always been using it
program.
only with like one track.
Yeah, I know they're
Okay,
different.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah, we have maybe to exchange our experiences. This would be nice to do.
Yeah.
And what's very important, everything I see, a webinar, videos, podcasts, I write in a table, and then I know, okay, I had worked on it. Let's say that's the speaker of the webinar. It was in English. This was the theme, AI-powered translation with DeepL. How long was the webinar? 66 minutes. And when till when did I listen to this stuff? So I already re-listened or rewatched 58 minutes, and then I have some notes I put this, and I do this with everything, with recordings, with webinars, with podcasts, and so on. So this is what I really can advise everyone: make this kind of log book
So your
of yourself.
takeaways, it's your main takeaways, your learnings.
Yeah, your learnings, and you can always
Okay.
go back. What I also do is I put the link in it, so I only have to click on it, and then I'm back and see the same stuff
And is
I'm
this in
working on.
Excel? Looks like an Excel
No,
sheet,
this is in Word, because I think
okay.
Excel is not good, because it's not
Yeah.
good for it's not a word processing program, but it's for numbers. So I prefer to do this in Word.
Yeah.
Someone who's working with Apple has maybe other programs. And then I was also checking AI. We are working a lot on AI and tech forward. And what I realized was it's useful to simulate a conversation, to have a conversation partner in a written language. You see the language, you type it, so you also are learning by typing how to write stuff. But it doesn't replace a real person. The second end is it's absolutely patient and tireless. Use it as a grammar teacher, but I realized it makes unbelievable gross mistakes. You always have to check if it really gives you the right information. They say it's a source for background information, but no, I don't find it very, very useful because ChatGPT 3.5 ends before the Ukrainian war. It doesn't have any information about the time after that. And it's hallucinating. I really did some tests, and what I got is like Napoleon was born in New York and died 1996, as an example.
Really?
It really
Yeah, but I've heard this before,
invents
that
stuff.
it cannot say I don't know. It will give you
No,
an answer.
it
So you
doesn't
have to
say I don't know.
you have to
Yeah.
double check. Yes.
Yes, you really have to check everything. So this is not good as background information. Maybe in a few years. Then you can use it now also as a chatbot. So you hear it speak, you can speak back via your mic. So you have a real conversation, and that's for interpreters. It's important, but the same here. It doesn't replace a real person. And it's good for rephrasing. That's very strong when you want to rephrase a sentence to find variations.
I had to
of,
write an
what you do.
email.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is what you can do if you have 10 minutes left. You start with the AI, and then you start a conversation. Just you give a prompt and say, I'm an French learning student, level C2, let's say, and I want to talk with you about bicycles in Maastricht. And then it starts a conversation with you, and you can do it 10 minutes, and you have another exercise.
Yeah. Speaking of 10 minutes, Michael, we
Yes,
have
I know.
5 minutes to our
The last thing
we
we
started a bit later, but like
I know.
5 minutes.
But what I want to show, because this is very important, these
Yeah.
are the sites I use. This is from the EU or SIT. It's really for everyone a very good resource for conference interpreting training. You see the books. When you click on the book, you learn note-taking, simultaneous, and other stuff. Very, very important. Use the screen what is it? Screenshot key control.
Snipping tool.
The
Or
snipping tool
yeah.
for
Yeah.
this picture, because you see
Yes.
also the
Snip tool it now, guys.
snip tool. Yes.
Screenshot it.
Screenshot. Yes.
It. Yes.
The second is Tech Forward. This is unbelievable good for all the technical stuff, the new developments concerning online interpreting, but also other stuff which we use as interpreters. Really, really good. Become a member. It's unbelievable. It's like starting a study again as interpreter. And then the third one is this, what I told you about Sophie Llewellyn-Smith, the interpreting coach. She's very good for English and French with a lot of exercises where you really can learn. I have a problem while interpreting. I need a certain word. I don't know the word. She has a lot of exercises to do this. So these are my main. Yeah, and don't forget the last one, the interpreters practice group. So I wanted to do this.
Yeah.
And the last
Wonderful.
picture,
Yes. Yeah.
you see, I do a lot of stuff, but I am also a bon vivant. I know how to live, but I also a very, very busy humblebee.
Oh, I'm really happy about this last slide, Michael. This is really so important to remember. Guys, also live your life. Life is short. So, we work to live and not we live to work, this way around. Yeah. So really, yeah, and enjoy your work and also be yourself, be your personality. Also in front of clients, like don't pretend you're somebody else. Be authentic,
Yeah.
so that you feel comfortable, and then it's also easier in the whole communication. Then you feel comfortable in asking about, hey, can I, cut out a 1 minute test audio file for my website? Um, so this really helps, and it attracts the right clients that are okay with your personality, and this is what you want, So
Yeah.
the others, you don't want anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Yeah. Thanks, Michael.
Yeah, it
Any
was a lot. I'm
questions?
sorry.
Yeah.
Time is short, but I can continue hours and hours and hours, but that's not the main stuff we want to do.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah. Any questions, Simone, Vera, or Kati, Gidre, Salim? Hi, Salim is watching too.
But
Any questions?
you're always welcome to contact me if you have questions. I like to help you.
How can people contact you?
They have to rewatch this recording,
Yeah.
and then they see at the end. I think they see my email address.
Yeah, I know.
And
Maybe I will
otherwise,
put here.
put my name, Michael Miethke.
Yeah, in the interpreters practice group, you are here.
Then I think you find some places.
Yes, yes. In the interpreters practice group, you also Michael Miethke, and you can find him absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, like guys, 30 years of experience here.
34 years.
Yeah, 34, almost 40.
I'm the oldest one here in
I
the
want to
group.
make you a bit younger,
No,
So
it doesn't mind.
yeah. Okay, guys. So if there are no more questions, I think this is a wrap. Stay tuned. A lot of exciting things are planned. Asking you in the near future, or I will ask you in the near future for some of my own market research interviews, finding like 3 people to ask a few questions to, and in return you get a free coaching sessions to find out for myself how I can help you. And that's that. Terp Lounge, don't forget. And yeah, and Tech Forward, Sophie, they're all great resource places. Go there. And that's it. We have another. No, that was just the caption. I thought it was a chat. Okay, yes. Everybody says thank you, Michael. And really, it
Okay,
was
thank you very
really,
much for listening and
really
watching.
great. Yeah. Okay, so see you next week again. On Wednesday, I will share again the timing, and I will send out the reminder email. See how important this must be. Then the reminder email
Yeah.
on the same day. Who would have known,
Yeah.
So
And the nice thing is, Simona, it's nice to see you again. We work together in our own practice group. It's at the moment it's not active. It will maybe start again because I'm busy with another project with a new platform. So I surely will invite you and others who participated.
wonderful to hear.
But the nice thing is,
Thank you.
with all these things we do here, you come together, you get in touch with people, and even if we didn't see each other for half a year or longer, it doesn't mind. We are colleagues, and it's really nice to work with everyone. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you. Great final words. So see you again next week.
Bye bye.
Bye.